I have been feeling terribly hormonal, emotional and miserable. We are going to do something about it though, and I'm going to need you guys, because you guys are the motivation for me to turn all of this bundle of misery into something incredible. And I'm going to do that by building something, because is there anything more fun than building something, doing something constructive, when you feel anything but constructive yourself? Okay, so now this is the corner that we need to do something about. I see something very beautiful that I want. This. Oh, shit. And this one. Oh, that's very short too. Oh no. Oh. I also always forget how to turn this back. Oh, well, I guess that wasn't all that hard. Okay, so now this wall over here is going to be cladded with these boards. And I'm trying to figure out how to go about this corner. You know, do I want the cabinet to start over here? And then the boards will go against the cabinet, or they will end against the cabinet. Or do I want the cabinet to start a little bit deeper? And then the boards will go around the corner. I think that this is going to look the most beautiful. It's also going to mean a lot more work. But, you know, we need something to entertain us and our misery. So we might as well just do the work. Now, there we go. First screw is going in. I know, it's amazing. There we have it. Something straight. Now, when you are building something in an organic way, like this, and with this I mean without a solid plan, you have to think about all kinds of things whilst building it. You know, there's a lot of problem solving along the way. And that's something that I really like about building something in an organic way without a solid plan. Because it's much more creative and it usually turns out into something very beautiful, or at least that's how it usually goes for me. Okay, solid. Okay, now I do want two doors in this part of the cabinet, so I need to make a middle something. Like so. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Cramp. Really, really bad. Cramp. You need to go over here. If you are not going to listen, I will kill you. Okay? Don't mess with the hormones. So now I'm going to use all kinds of pieces of wood, little pieces of wood, to raise this side of the shelf because it's not straight, which I don't get because all of these standards, the vertical standards, are the same height. So this should be straight, unless the floor isn't straight. Is the floor not straight? Oh, yeah, the floor is not straight. Okay. Welcome to our 100 years old farmhouse. Okay. Now this would have been really easy to put in from the top going down. But I didn't do that because I started over here by the floor. And that's a bit complicated because now, because it is getting more narrow, it's very difficult to get these boards into each other. The tongue and the groove, I mean. But it is what it is, and it is going to be fine. But I had to cut these two, the bottom one and this, in half. Because I just couldn't get it in. Because the side was already here. So now I left the side out, and that created more space to get this one in. So this is, it's going better. I'm starting to figure out a way, and this, the cuts, I am going to do something with to make sure that you are not going to see that. So it's going to be okay. If it's straight, no. No! Maybe it's not a bad idea to just clean up a bit. Because it's like a war zone. Like the thick layers of MDF dust. Because I was too exhausted to drag my vacuum cleaner down. So yesterday I was feeling very tired. And I made a lot of progress, but I didn't film a whole lot because I was so tired. So what I did was I made all of the edges that I placed in front of the frame that I made, because the frame is very ugly. And I also made the first two little doors. Gone, gone, be gone. And the dust can stay for now. What else did I do? Oh yes, I finished a big part of the wall behind the top of the cabinet. And I did some filling and sanding and all kinds of things. So if I'm very lucky, which I'm probably not going to be because it's already very late, but if I'm very lucky, I might be able to finish the entire cabinet and prime all of the stuff. Wow, that would be amazing. If I can manage to do that, I'm going to be thrilled with myself and very proud at myself. You know, I'm building this entire cabinet out of all kinds of scrap pieces of material that are left over from all kinds of other projects. Things that Rogier doesn't need or want anymore. It just would be so nice to spend zero money on this on this project. It's a bit of a sport actually to just make something completely for free. Although we obviously paid for these materials once, but yeah, it still feels like I'm making something for free, and it's just a thing that I like. So let's go see if we can squeeze out two of these doors. Huh? So this is it. It's not long enough. Okay, so I've looked for another piece of MDF and I don't have one, but I do have a solution, I think. So let's just go see if this solution is going to fix my problem. I'm so cheerful because I slept for 12 hours. I was so tired, I passed out and I just didn't wake up anymore until 11 o'clock this morning, and it might have been more than 12 hours actually, because I think I fell asleep around 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 hours I slept. Wow. I really needed that. Yeah, okay. So let's cut it. Okay, well, it definitely fits. It is a very tight squeeze though, so I am going to make it a little bit smaller. So I think over here I'm going to remove, how much do I have here? I'm going to remove 2 millimeters, and over here 3, and then over here I think just 1. Okay, so now the very simple solution to my problem is to just simply glue 2 pieces of MDF together. And then we are going to make sure that the seam, whoa, that's a lot of glue, is going to be invisible. Okay, so here we are. Me and my beautiful new dress that I bought the other day when I was wandering around in Amsterdam. So with the cabinet, the first thing that needs to happen is that I need to attach the hinges to the doors, and then I need to hang the doors in. And then after that I can make the last adjustments to all of the gaps, because those gaps need to be the same around every single door, the size of the gaps I mean, because otherwise it is not going to look nice. And this is the thing about hanging doors on the inside of the frame instead of on top of a frame. You know, you need to make sure that all of those little gaps look right. It's just a make it or break it for a project like this. So that's going to be a little bit of a fiddly job to do. I also need to make the side of the cabinet, and I want to make some adjustments on the top of the corner of the cabinet because I don't really like the way it looks right now. I just decided to cut it straight and it's just not right. So I'm going to fix that. And I obviously need to continue the paint job, and I need to do some filling and some caulking, and I need to finish this entire wall. I also need to make curtains, and I think I'm going to do that with lace, because I don't want to lose any of the light that comes in through this window, because it's already so dark over here. Some other things that I need to do is I need to finish painting the ceiling. It needs to be cleaned first, though, this whole side of the feeling. Yes, there are a lot of feelings too. Miserable feelings when I think about the ceiling project. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, what else? I need to make curtains also for the whole lower part of the roof over here all the way around. Because this is going to hide all of the stuff that needs to be stored into this room. So yes, there's lots to do over there too. You know, when I moved here from my house in Amsterdam, I was expecting to miss all kinds of things, but what I wasn't expecting was the homesickness that I'm feeling and the sadness that I'm feeling because I miss being in Amsterdam. It's just such a big part of the place that feels like home that is missing right now. So yeah, it was a really good thing just to spend some time there. It was also very emotional. I was just standing there on this damn square, just listening to this guy playing the piano, and I cried. It's weird. I don't know why I feel so emotional about it, but I do. And in the last couple of weeks I felt very lost here, because even though this is a beautiful place to live, it isn't mine. The house isn't mine. All of the things in it aren't mine. And my entire life is packed into boxes. So I do know that us moving to Sweden means that I have to give up on my house. The thing though is that I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to give up on it now. And the circumstances surrounding me losing my house are so painful. I am not giving up on my house right now because I want to do that. I am giving up on my house right now because of actions and of things that other people did. In the next few coming weeks, I do need to sort out all kinds of things related to this house. So that means that I'm going to spend some time there, and it means that I'm probably also going to take some time to tell you guys the story about all of the things that happened. I'm not completely sure yet how I'm going to do that, but I do want to create a video about it. Not just about all of the things that happened, but also about the process, the emotional process of letting go of this house, because it is also about letting go of a very big part of my life. And that's how it truly feels. It feels like I'm leaving an entire life behind and I'm starting a new one. And I do have to say that this feels right. Right now it feels like every single thing that wasn't healthy for me and every single person that wasn't healthy for me to have around is just disappearing. So now when I'm thinking about the future, I feel nothing but hope and excitement, and I truly see it as this beautiful new life full of possibilities that is just sitting there and it's waiting for me. The thing though is that I have to grieve about my old life. And those two things are two extremes. You know, there's so much sadness and pain. And on the other side, there is so much relief. Relief about just letting go of all of these things and about choosing something else. The last 2 years have been extremely difficult, and I haven't shared much about it because I just felt overwhelmed and I've been so sick and so exhausted. And right now, even though I'm dealing with all of these emotions, I am starting to feel a lot better. Not just because I've made some very difficult decisions, but also because I am dealing with all of my emotions. You know, I am crying a lot and I am expressing all of these things. So I'm not keeping it in. And I'm obviously also doing this treatment plan, and that's helping a lot. And then me just spending time in this room, and me just building this cabinet, and me just hanging a little painting or a little drawing, and me just adding this lamp. That's healing, because this is me creating a little bit of something for myself in here, something that is mine. So maybe this is just me trying to create a little bit of a temporary place to call home, you know, until there is an actual new home for me in Sweden. It's a transitional period, I guess, and I wasn't even planning to talk about all of this in this video. I was planning to share all of the things that I left out in the last video. I was planning to show you all of the outbuildings. The outbuildings that belonged to the property that we went to see in the last video that I uploaded. It was a solid plan. But all of the emotions about all of the things that have happened in the last couple of months are just more important, I guess. I'm constantly switching in between extreme happiness and extreme grief about the things that I've lost. And I can't change anything about it. This is just how it is right now. And it is probably going to be like this for a while. And I can't film a video without just sharing at least a little bit of it. It's just too much. It's just too much. So you guys don't have to worry about me, because I am going to be okay. I am going to be more than okay. I truly believe that. I truly believe that this is the beginning of something really good. It's just a very difficult phase that I have to go through, and I am going to share a little bit more about it in the next few coming weeks. And I'm going to try to say goodbye to my house and my city and all kinds of other things in the best way I can. And we are going to do it together, so it's going to be a journey. And all of the Sweden things, you know, the things that I was planning to share in this video, just have to wait for a little bit until next week. Right now I do really think that I managed to turn miserable into incredible, and I'm just going to continue to do that with every single thing in the next few coming weeks and months. and years, and I'm just going to create a lot of beautiful and positive things for myself and for the people around me that are still here, because those people are amazing and I am very lucky to have them and to have all of this. So I do feel grateful, terribly sad, but also terribly grateful. So thank you for watching this video, and I'm really sorry for the unexpected ending. I wasn't planning to end this video like this, but I guess such is life.